I want to own a franchise, but I don't have the money. That is very common, and it's okay because franchises can be very expensive depending on which one you're doing. What if I tell you that there is a way? And no, it's not some fake guru talk. It's no BS just to get views. I'm going to give you real deal knowledge, real deal gems on how to get there. This comes from my own experience and other franchisees I know. But I am telling you right now, you got to have that dog in you. You have to have that grind in you, and you have to have the mindset that it's not going to happen overnight. But just know that if you get into the franchise game, you're going to make a lot of money, and it's going to change your family structure forever. Just know that if you play your cards right, you can finesse your way right into the game. So just know it's not an easy road. But if you really want it, I got you. So step one, you're going to work under the franchise owner, but you're doing it with the mindset like you're a partner, not an employee. It's a huge difference. Your first move is to get into the building, not for the check though. You are there strictly for a mission. It is like you are there for a long-term business trip. That's the mindset you want to have. You don't want to just be a good worker. Don't get me wrong, that's good, but you want to be a standout asset, meaning you should know the whole operations like you're the owner's right-hand man. What do you think is going to stand out to make the owner really pay attention to you? You want to run the store better than the manager. You want to learn the system, learn the POS, learn the vendors, learn the ins and outs about the store. You want to make it to where the store doesn't even have a crumb on the floor when it is your shift. You want to know the scheduling. You want to literally know everything about the store, because again, you're not just clocking in, you are building leverage. I need everyone to understand this and keep following me on this. It's all going to make sense in the end. Bro, you want to have the mindset that when the owner goes on vacation, in which the owner will, because I go on a lot of vacations as an owner, you want to make sure the store is in better condition and running better operation wise than it was when the owner was there. It can be done. Step two, you want to be so valuable that the owner has to let you into the club. You got to be so good at your job that the owner has no choice. Now, here's where things start to get a little strategic. You don't want a raise. Our raise is cool. Yes, raises are amazing. You want equity in the company. It's a huge difference. This kind of goes back to step one. We're doing more than just trying to get a paycheck here. Keep following me on this. Once the owner sees the consistency that you're doing, meaning you're keeping the store clean, you're keeping a nice P&L, you're making the owner a lot of profit, you're keeping the staff tight, and you are fixing issues that the owner doesn't even have to worry about, that's not even your problem, that's when you pull the owner to the side at the right time and tell them, I want to grow with this brand. I want to get some skin in the game. And keep in mind, if you are not tight on everything that you are supposed to do operations wise, do not blow your shot, because you might only have one chance at this. And also, if you're not actually cool with the owner, don't actually say skin in the game. That's kind of more so one of those, you have a relationship with the owner to some extent. If you don't have that relationship, then you want to keep it kind of corporate and PC with how you approach the owner about this. Step number three, you want to negotiate sweat equity. This is again the most important part of this, but keep in mind, once again, I gotta keep saying it, be on top of your stuff. Do not try to make these moves too quick, because you're gonna blow your shot. The reality of it is, some owners, a lot of owners, they're already burnt out and they don't want to do the day-to-day operation stuff anyways. This is where you come into play. This is your time to shine right here. Owners just want somebody they can trust. I own 4 Smoothie Kings for y'all that do not know. If I can have somebody I can trust, I will do whatever for them. So your mindset is, instead of me having the cash, I am going to bring in the sweat equity. Let me break it down a little. What you want to tell the owner, I want to own a percentage of this store so that I can become my own franchise owner. There's a few things that's going to happen here. So basically what I mean by this is, you want to tell the owner, let me get about 10%, 20%, 30%, and if the owner is really generous, 50% of this store. And before y'all shoot it down and say this is not possible, I have seen this time and time again. There are people out here that are actually getting to it. Get out there and go get it. And keep in mind, you can build all this up to from 6 months to a year or 2 years, all off of hitting your performance goals. Think of it like this: you do something for the owner can do something for you. And just like that, if y'all agree on that, now you're in the game. This is where stuff starts to get really interesting for you. So continue to listen up and continue to watch the video. Just like that, if you're doing everything right and y'all agree on it, you are now a partial store owner. And keep in mind, you're doing all this with no loan, no money, no debt, the smart way. You literally went from dropping fries in the grease to owning half the fryer. It's just like that. You want to leverage that little bit of equity you have to level up. I'm gonna give you a few different ways on how you can approach this situation. Now that you got a part of the ownership, even if it's 10%, 20% or whatever, now you can take that to the bank or you can take that to the franchisor. Now you look totally different because you got some skin in the game. Let me break it down further. You're not an employee anymore. Now you're a partial owner with real numbers, real P&Ls, real experience. You got all the qualifications. That's what you call leverage, and that's what you call credibility. So here's the two options. Option number one, you can have that percentage that you own and you can continue to buy the owner out over time. What I mean by that is, say you start at 30%. Now you just over time, through the years, just keep buying the owner out more and more and more percentage wise. Or option number two, if the owner wants to keep that store, now you got the leverage, you got the experience, you can go to the bank, show them all of your experience, and now you can use all of that to get your own funding and get your own restaurant. Now you're walking into the bank with the experience. Now you're not just an employee anymore. So watch how different the bank treats you now that you're a part of the game. Watch how different the franchisors treat you. Everyone treats you different when you got the money and you got the backing. So look, I didn't want to make this video long, but I did want to give you guys gems and information that I think you will need if you don't have the money. If you have the money, then I got a whole different play and formula for you to get to where you're trying to get to. But just remember, it is not going to be sexy. It's not going to be easy. This could literally take you 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 8 years to accomplish your goal. But if you want a franchise that bad, if you really want generational wealth, if you really want to change your whole family tree, then you need to do these steps. But you need to have the mindset of it is not going to be easy, but anything in life that comes with success is never easy. So just remember to humble yourself and have the mindset of you can own a piece of something without putting anything in, and all you're doing is finessing your way into a situation. Like ultimately, this is how real bosses move. They might not have the money, but they're finding a way to get it done. You are literally legally finessing your way into ownership and being a boss of your own. And to all two of y'all that's gonna watch this video, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear about. Let me know what subjects and topics you want to know about when it comes to franchise ownership. I'm an open book. I got a lot of advice and I got a lot of gems, but I need to know what you guys want to hear about. Yo, drop a comment if you learned something today. Show me some love, show me some hate, whatever you got in your heart. It's all good. Scholar Paycheck, I'm out.